Bobby's going to take you through some range of motion and activation stuff we're going to do, which is all stationary. So kind of watch as he goes through here. And
all right, so let's go ahead and have everybody face towards this side. You guys might need to spread out a little bit in case some boxes side goes over. I'm going to have you guys start off in a half kneeling position. So you go ahead, left leg will be forward, right leg will be back.
who's got a bad knee that has a hard time kneeling? All right, hang on. So you're not confused.
As we go through, I'll take it forward into a deep stretch. I'll hold for about 1 minute. Once you get that side,
no mic on him.
Yeah, that's fine.
Brace down again. We'll sink forward back. So you just get about 1,000, 2,000 on one side.
Keep the video. I'll just talk behind it.
And as we're working through, just shift and drive that knee forward, take to that stretch hold, and then come back to relax that muscle. This one will be a great one as far as if we do that squat test and we notice they're a little inflexible through their ankles to where they might not be able to reach their hips back or hit even to just below a half squat.
So if they're not getting that quad stretch, that back leg, remember as you do that, if you keep thinking hips forward, you'll get even more of that. So by taking the hips and driving those forward, you'll get that good stretch in the quad. Real flexible, just pick up the chest a little bit more.
And as you're going through, another one I like to do is called a rear foot elevator. Same thing, but I'll pair this one in along with some of the squats and stuff as I'm going through. Rest this leg up. Now as he's resting down. Now as I'm moving through, I can get a lot deeper stretch, especially through that groin and quad, because that will be elevated. Sometimes on a bench that might be this high. So get that good deep stretch as we move through to open up those hips.
Keep in mind, if they're going through that and they're not getting a lot of stretch, the form is right, we've got good quad flexibility. You know, unless you're dealing with Olympic gymnasts and we need to have super up, we don't have to go nuts on this stuff. Just get the stretch on.
Okay, now from there, we'll go ahead back to that half kneeling, left leg forward. Now we're going to do what's called a fall over. So all I'm going to do is fall over to my hip on this side. Okay. Back leg's about in line. All I'm going to do from here is reach forward and sit forward as far as I can, hopefully resting my forearms onto the ground. Good. From there, I like to cue in a little bit of breathing. So instead of just counting reps and as we move through, I think about breathing because obviously we forget about that diaphragm being the muscle. Okay, so obviously we got to get that activated. So I like to think, once I'm down in this position, I'm going to suck a big breath in through my nose, and you can cue them up, say, suck all the air out in the room, down in deep, suck it in through your nose. When we do that point, big thing, we get a big breath, but obviously they might be sucking that air and expanding their chest. Rather than that, to brace that abdominal wall, we're going to think about sucking it down to our stomach, so it should expand out. Okay, from there, once I take that deep breath in,
That mom's coming.
I want to purse my lips and blow it off for about 5 seconds. So I'm moving through, take 3 breaths, big breath in through your nose, and let it out. And you get 3 on that one side, and then as you get through on that side, go ahead and get back up into that fall over, half in position on that right side, and you'll fall over that opposing side.
The left leg behind you. Okay. Right leg inside.
Some of us, we may know we're a little tight, we can't quite get down to our forearms, but as long as we feel that stretch, that's what it will be. Some of us, yep, that's fine. And that might need to be a stretch right there, or that's fine, that's good.
Yeah.
Then again, think big breath in through your nose, sucking all the air in from the room, down into your stomach, then breathe it all out through your mouth.
Chest under the thigh. Good.
Usually a lot of time my athletes, you don't really hear it, they don't want to be loud or don't want to be that guy, but in reality, we're not obviously taking those breaths in down, and we need to be breathing all that air out, exhaling out. So you from there, go ahead. We're going to lie flat on our stomach, sprawled out forward. This one we can just lie flat down.
Let's all face the doors you came in.
Now from this position, are you going to go ahead and get your arms out down to your sides, that way you got kind of an anchor from there, okay? I want you to think about kind of trying to pin your shoulders and your arms down on the ground, almost like you're driving your forward body into the ground. That way you really think about anchoring. From there, you're going to take your right leg, okay? You're going to take the side of your foot, the side of your shoelaces, and you're going to put it in what I call the knee pit, your armpit. Okay, there's your knee pit right there. So you're going to rest that leg. From that position, all you're going to go ahead and do is pin that body down. You're going to try and raise and drive that knee up, and then let it back down. Now this is our glute med prone raise. Okay, so as we're going through, big thing, the hardest thing we notice, and a lot of us notice, is a lot harder than it really is. We want to look to pin this leg down. From here, once it's pinned down, the only thing that should be moving or rotating is this knee driving up to the ceiling and back down. That way we isolate that glute and activate it. So keep on flying on one side, and then we'll switch that other side.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
And big thing right here, relax this leg, think about hang this shoe down, try to move this knee to the ceiling. There you go, feel that now? Good, now. There you go. Good, good. So if that right leg again is pinned down, it's bent, the right leg is bent, we're shooting to get that knee, the right knee, pulled to the ceiling, then back down. Yep. Feel that knee, good, then relax it down a little, keep your 5 on that side. And adjust your arms, big thing. Get your night a little bit wider. If we need to anchor a little bit better. From there, get to where we feel comfortable. For a big thing, focus on pulling and driving that knee to the ceiling, squeeze it tight to that glute, and then let it down. Don't worry.
The left leg stays out.
Yes, yes, that's your anchor. The only thing I'm going to move is that bent knee. That's right. And it is a lot harder than it looks. I'll tell you, it's a humbling exercise.
It's a challenge.
Now we're going to go ahead from there, stay in the same position. We're going to get our arms out forward. We're going to do YTWA. Probably a lot of you know this. All we're going to do from this position, I'll stay kneeling, but stay down, keep your chin tucked. You're going to go into your Y, T, W, and A. This is to activate as we move through.
So
Start fine laying.
Yep. Stay down where you guys are at. Always want to do is say chin in, extend the arms up like a Y. Good. You go to the T.
Good. T out wide. Good. Then W.
Right elbow that. Squeeze the shoulder blades.
Okay, now go ahead and go back forward to that Y. Remember, keep them wide, think thumbs to the ceiling. Okay, now pull tight to a T. Again, thumbs pointed up towards the ceiling. Now go down to that W. When you go to that W, think about driving your elbows down to your left, okay, your back. You want to finish them in tight. Okay, now go into an A. Big thing on the A, we like to rotate, still try to keep those thumbs pointed up. Good. Good, good, good. And relax. Generally going through on that, that's pretty good to activate that back as we're moving through all the different planes. We'll do about 5 to 10 on that one as well.
Now you see how many guys have been pushing heavy on the bench, and I'm tight with the chest up, because as you come back, the thumbs just end up rolling back down here. Keep them up as much as you can, and really keep that all in.
We can as we go along.
All right, one more time. Let's go back into the Y. Everybody's thumb tucked.
Down?
Yeah, toes
Touch
are
them
down.
down,
No,
or did-
toes are down. Yeah, just focus on the upper body.
Good. Go ahead and get one more, and then we'll go ahead and rotate to
Go
the
ahead
next
and
one.
T. Now, where are your thumbs supposed to be? Thumbs straight up there, but
Good,
thumbs
yeah.
up. Good, thumbs up. Crank these arms up.
He's like, what?
W, elbows back. Thumbs still up. Elbows back into the W.
W, elbows back. Bend that elbow over here, so squeeze your shoulder, try that.
Now, Y, or A, way back.
Yeah, where is it? Now we're going to go to our hip.
Yeah, should be straight up in the air.
Good. Go ahead and relax forward. Now we're going to get back to easy. You guys will go ahead and roll to this side. Okay, your guys' right. Roll to the right side. You go ahead and lie on your back. Good. Yeah, just roll on over. Good. Okay, now we're going to do a hip roll. So you're going to start with your knees up in the air. Try to get about a right angle. Okay, legs will be up. Very good. All we're going to do from right here is get this position at right angle. Arms will be anchored down to our sides to hold us. Okay, as we go through, we're going to first roll to the right as far as we can, keeping those shoulders pinned down. Then we're going to roll to that opposing side. So go ahead and roll to the opposite side, to our left. Notice as we go through, a lot of us, our shoulders roll and open up. We want to stay pinned down so we isolate those hips. Okay, roll to our right.
When you roll to the right, look to your left.
Good. Now, also that breathing we talked about in the previous one, make sure breathing through our nose, relax the body, is moving through. Okay, now to our left. Good.
Now, some of you are having trouble with side rolling, turn your palms down. So you can push against the ground and just stabilize yourself a little bit. Keep rolling, but keep
Good.
right angle.
Back to the right. Keep those arms wide, wide, wide. So that's where it's at. There we go. Yeah, we'll get them anchored up wide on this one. And then from here, hopefully stay at that right angle. Keep just above you. Now we can stay nice and thin now, press against it. Good. Over to the left.
Rotation. That just adds a little resistance for your.
Good. And again, if those shoulders roll up, pin that shoulder back down. We may not have our knees tight to the ground, and that's good. We'll keep that tension. And go ahead and relax. Relax from there. Good, good. Okay, now from that position, we'll go ahead and roll back over. Okay, we're going to get into an all-four position. Good. Now, many of you have heard of the bird dog before? Or seen a bird dog? Okay, as we're going through. All we're going to do on this, right arm will shoot forward towards the wall in front of us. Think of thumb up, straight arm. This left leg is going to shoot back. Okay, as we're moving through, you'll see a lot of it. It'll help activate through our shoulders and activate through our glutes in the back. But I don't want you guys thinking about, big thing a lot of athletes will do is they'll point their foot. I lose some of that glute activation. So if I think drive through my heel and I'm pointing my heel towards this wall back behind, I'll get a lot more from my glute on that. Okay, so try to think long straight line, we're trying to stretch out our body. You can go ahead and get 5 on each side on that one. Good. Alternate as we move through, or you can stay that same. Good. Instead of my point and drive that foot up, think point and drive through that. Good. And again, if you feel that heel driving to the ceiling, we want to try and drive it straight behind us to the wall. Point and drive that heel back. So instead of up here, try to think point with your next foot.
Now, let's each just hold one back. I want to see where you're at.
There we go.
Still have a lot of legs going up. Let's try and reach it instead of the ceiling towards the wall so we stay centered. Now reach the arm out.
Just like that.
Tighten this in.
Good, good, good.
So this, we want to keep this abdomen staying tight to center. Extending this back, reach towards the wall. We're pushing this towards the wall.
You right there.
So this is
Good.
tightens underneath. Good. Now try the other side again and just hold.
Good.
Now, again, reaching back, not up. And tighten this up underneath. Lift this up a little bit, staying tight. And down. You guys know what the difference is? Normally, again, we tend to go up, so I'm always talking about extending that heel. If we start thinking toe, and sometimes we tend to go up a little higher. If we're reaching towards this wall or this wall, everything extends and reaches. Now, from that point, then we're going with a few of you to try and then tighten underneath, because we're still arching a little bit. So you engage that abdomen, pull everything in tight. We want that straight line as much as possible. You're going to see some that are less flexible than others. So you got one arm that's way up here, and the left arm only goes out part way here. You just can't get it up. Well, we've got to focus on those we can. So it's not just the drill, but okay, now what do you do about it? We've got to find this spot. We've got to look for it. We're making them aware, because when you're here, we all thought it looked just like Bobby did it. But with the movements and things that we were doing, you could say, okay, well, maybe we were off just a little bit on this. So that's why working with partners or with your groups and things that you do will make a big difference in trying to fix those things.
And that's another good one on top of that, on top of just activating. You can try to think as we start to get better, now we'll start to think, are we keeping a good posture? Are we arched as we move through? Are we arched here? Because obviously when we're training, as far as an athlete or in the weight room or outside on the field court, whatever it is, we want to try to keep that neutral spine. So then we can start to think about little terms of drawing your belly button in, squeezing tight to our glutes, and then we squeeze everything down tight. So that's another thing that we can also get a lot of bang from our buck on that exercise.
So we hear a lot about the core. And yeah, I know that every few years we get some new thing we've got to work on, specializing or functional training and all this. Well, the core for us is important because it's so crucial for change of direction, decelerating. You saw how many when we stopped, how many buckle, the bodies move. Tight, strong athlete hits position, they move right where they need to go. Any delay or weakness causes us to go to the side before we go back. We can't get back. It's fine if we've got another slow guy we're chasing, but if it's a ball or something out or a fast athlete, we have no time to delay. This, tennis, that ball's coming back too quick. You don't have time to cave in and then try and get back. It's coming back at you. You got to move quick.
Good, and there's one last one. So now go ahead and stand up from there. We're going to go back to facing this way so we've got a little bit of room. So now we're going to do a lateral sliding lunge. Okay, this one as we get moved through. Go ahead, we'll have everybody step to the right. I'm going to step towards this side as well. Take a big step out long. From there, all we're going to do is sit our hips like we're trying to sit in a chair back behind us. We notice as we go through, if this knee's in, that's something we got to correct. So that's a good way to find our habits again. Think about pulling that knee out over midfoot. Good, we're going to sit and hold that, and we're going to slide across. Now notice I get a lot of my athletes that'll come up and in between, and that's okay, but it just makes it a different exercise. So we're going to keep that tension, slide straight across. Good, and sit down to the opposite side. Good, good, good. Good, now slide back to that far side. Good. And I'm seeing pretty good. A lot of the time we might end up a little bit to where that foot will open and rotate. Try to think about on this one, keeping feet flat, point our toes straight forward. Again, slide straight across. Good. Now as you go through, try to sit our hips and back as far as we can, like we're mimicking sitting into a chair. Good. Slide back. Good. Get activated. Gets that body woken up. Good, good. Slide across one last time. Good. Good. And go ahead and relax. So another thing on this one, as we start to get a little bit better, as we go through, we'll cue up on another thing also, that posture. So as I'm coming across, try not to help that body here and there or rest. We'll try to keep that body centered and keep our body upright. Obviously, some of our change of direction, our sprints, this will be a good drill to help develop and keeping that good posture and center.
You did not feel the weight back on the hip when you did it? So everything centered, again, is hips back. Almost always we want to go this way. This way, right here, the idea is I'm getting this. Everything is sitting back, like when we squat, when we land, we change direction, everything is back in here. So you always want to feel that really coming back. If you're doing this stuff today, you may feel a couple of muscles in the butt fire on. All right, why don't you guys get a quick drink? Come on back, we're going to check shoelaces and get to our change direction fun stuff.